Just in case someone might want to like take it back from me or something. But it's been so long. You guys have battled so hard with this car, and I know that you hate on something the last couple of weeks, or maybe there was something was amiss with this car and you finally found out. Tell me the story. I mean, what did you have to do to return this car to the form that it was in last season?
You know what? We started off the beginning of the year strong. Last 6 weeks, been chasing issues. Found out it had a busted subframe in the car, so we got that changed out. Come out last weekend. The car was a rocket. Blew the motor up. So went back to the drawing board. Didn't give up and kind of just kept going.
Brandon McFerrin told me this week that the state of the mini stock division right now made him feel as though he woke up and straight up forgot how to drive his car. Were you sort of dealing with the same thing? It just seemed as though everyone on this roster upped their game, so the guys that were winning last season had been rendered almost irrelevant for a couple of weeks.
I think this last 6 weeks really took us out of the running. To touch base on what Brandon said, you know what? I said in the shop though, I said, I think I'm becoming a lazy driver. I don't know if it just what happened last year. I kind of had to go back to the drawing board. And there ain't nobody out there that works harder than us in the shop. You know, we're in the shop, we're doing our thing, we got to get these things to turn, and that's what we're doing.
Canadian Nationals are next Sunday. Last year, that was your race. You dominated any bonus we had, halfway winner, lead the most laps, any award we had, you won it. I would imagine this car will be in the pits next Sunday for the 50 lapper. What's going to be the strategy to put this car right back under the flag stand?
Just keep doing what we're doing. The setup of these cars, the way the track changes. I made a change before the feature, and I said to everybody, you got to make a change. This track's going to change, and you got to get these things to turn. And I love those Mustangs. They got a lot of horsepower, but at the same time, they're turning as well. And we had to step our game up a little bit, and you got to get her to turn, and she's going to be 50 laps, so don't burn your stuff up.
If you can go on a run now through the last 2 nights of All-American Series racing here for points, is there any chance that this 35 car can sort of re-inject itself back into the championship talk?
Yeah, absolutely. I've never thought about running for a championship. We happen to be running good. Stayed in the running. I've had a couple bonehead moves myself one night spinning guys, but tonight was a good points night. Gained some points. I think we're probably within 10 or 9 points or something like that. Hey, anything can happen. Everybody's got a bad night.
Thank the sponsors for getting you here.
I really got to thank my sponsors. We've had a rough run here last little while, but Jason Woody at Remax, Mike Schmidt at London Rec, he texts me all the time trying to keep me pumped up. Dave at Seton Structures, Blue Mountain Honda, AM Roofing, ImageWraps.ca, the car looks awesome. Castrol Edge, super clean. Am I forgetting anybody here?
I think you're good.
No, wired and ready, and that's about it, I think.
Congratulations, sir. The Instant Classic Andy Kamrath.